Hey guys, it's Numistaka and I'm back with you today to bring you a rather special video really, well at least video footage which is pretty spectacular and amazing. And a big thank you for DNW auctioneers who let me take this video footage today of some amazing British proof sets that are coming up in the DNW Christmas December auction next week, and there'll be a few more videos from the DNW auction that I'll be bringing you over the next couple of days. But I just wanted to show you these amazing proof sets. One really does not get a chance to see this type of set very much. In 1826, George IV, they made 150 of these sets. Now, 150 may seem like a lot, but it was a long time ago, and these things are incredibly rare and very valuable. And this one will be auctioned at DNW next week and is likely to raise a considerable amount of money. And I can't afford this. You probably can't afford this, although that may be wrong. You may be able to afford it. If I could afford this, probably this would be something that I would be interested in buying at auction. I mean, the British do proof sets and proof gold coins and proof silver coins very well. They always have done. And this is a truly spectacular example of a fabulously rare set of coins. George IV set of gold coins, 1826. If you think back, the penny post, the penny black, that started in 1840. 1826 is now an awfully long time ago, and the condition of these coins and the way they've been kept since that time is just pretty amazing. The toning on these coins is amazing. The condition of them is beyond reproach. And I would very much like to own this particular set. So I thought I'd show you the most valuable and expensive at the beginning of this video to whet your appetite. But we're going to take a little stroll now through pretty much, 111 years of history, and take a look at some of the most beautiful proof sets that the Royal Mint has ever made for the United Kingdom, for Great Britain. So next up we have the 1887 proof set. This is an 11 coin proof set. It's what's called the long set. It covers all of the denominations from the big £5 down to the smallest. There was actually a shorter proof set as well. There were 797 of these 11 coin proofs sets made, and 500 and something of the shorter set. So some of these coins are repeated in the short set, some are only to be found in the long set. But although it's very recognisable, the Jubilee portrait, the 1887 Jubilee portrait, was only used for a few years and is very identifiable as Victorian, high Victorian. But just look at this, look at that threepence, just look at the beautiful toning on that. Some of these are really great examples. And if you are able to take a look online or visit the DNW auction in Mayfair in London next week, then it's quite an exciting thing getting involved and bidding for some of these sets. Last time I was there, I did notice that the dealers who were in the room were very busy taking telephone bids from their customers, and it's quite likely, in fact it's very likely, that the demand from all over the world for these sets will be huge, as will be the prices for these sets, which possibly will be even more huge than huge. What do you guys think of these proof sets? Do you they're British. I know a lot of my subs are American, and so you're probably thinking, well, it's about time Numistaka showed me some great American proof sets. I did actually get some great video footage of some American coins, which are pretty rare and unusual. So over the next few days, I'll be bringing you that footage as well. So hold out and you may get something that you kind of recognize as an American treasure a little bit more. But I mean, look at the close-ups of these coins. The frosting is great. The mirrored fields are great. I would be more than happy just to have one of these gold sovereigns or half sovereigns in my personal collection. And in fact, I guess that might happen at some stage, because you can pick up the odd coins out of broken sets, and whilst they're expensive, they're not, so expensive that they can't possibly ever be afforded. But they may require sales of other coins. So after the 1887 set, the last proof set in the Victorian times was the 1893 proof set, which had the veiled portrait, the old Victoria portrait. I think a lot of people like the Victorian coins, which have the young head and maybe the Jubilee head a little bit more than the old head. I don't know why. Maybe seeing someone who's old on a coin reminds us of how old we're getting ourselves. I don't know. But they're beautiful coins. It's a lovely set, and I would very much, as I say, like to have even one coin in this 1893 set in my collection. And gradually I may be lucky, but there aren't very many of them. Like the 1887 set, there are actually slightly less of the 10 coins. It's not an 11 coin set. The long set in this case is 10 coins, and there were 773 of those coins made. Only 773 in the long set, and there were another few hundred coins in a short, I think it was a 5-coin set, but there's a shorter set as well, with fewer of these coins. My favourite is probably the big 5 sovereign gold piece. I just think 5 sovereign gold pieces with 1.17 ounces of solid, well, not quite so solid gold, but at least gold mix. They are absolutely great coins. I'm very keen, I want to show you some close-ups of the patterns on some of these. You've got sort of different designs on the back of some of the coins, and I think there was a half crown there that was really spectacular. So yeah, I mean, I know this has got a little bit of rubbing on. These things were not necessarily untouched at the time. Coins didn't come in capsules. They came in very, very lovely containers and presentation boxes. But of course, this is an example of one of those presentation boxes. But of course, people did look at them, and they use their hands quite often to look at them, and consequently, they tend not to be in perfect condition. These classic proof coins, they don't grade as 70s. I think the highest one of these, George the Sixth, 1937 proof sets, I think is that there might be a couple of 68s, which are very, very special. And with this one, for example, when it came from the mint, I think each coin was in its own cardboard, effectively its own packaging, and then there was the presentation box. And I understand that there are some of these sets around still which are in their original packaging, and those sets will obviously grade very highly and come onto the market very rarely. But between moderately okay and superly good, there can be 100 to 150% price difference with these coins. So just to recap, started with the 1826, there are 150 of those sets. The 1887, 797 of those. The 1893, the last Victorian one, 773. Then the 1937 here, there was a massive 5,501 of these sets made, and I think they are probably one of the most affordable and beautiful of the available proof sets from Great Britain. Let me know what you guys think of all these proof sets, and and if you were wealthy enough and rich enough, are they the kind of stuff that would be on your wish list and in your collection too.